Hello, everybody. Happy Sunday. I hope it's been a lovely and relaxing day. I hope that all good things have been happening in your weekend. All right, today we are here for swatching party number 15. Dun, 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 dun. I've already done 15 swatching parties. I have at least 10 more that I can think of right off the top of my head. So I'm excited to keep these going. It's not going to end today. I'll be back on Wednesday night doing the swatching party at 7 p.m. So I am very excited about these, and I hope that you're enjoying them too. Sometimes it's hard to see the colors as true colors on the websites or on your phone or whatnot. So I'm just wanting to do swatching parties so that you can see the colors and or can hear the explanation of what they are, because sometimes even phones can have colors that are not true, right? So today I'm doing all of the Luxio whites or white tones. I think I want to take this one out. Strobe. I only have it in the mini, and it does have a white tone to it, but maybe this could fit in with the nudes. I might save strobe for the nudes.
I just do it now.
All right, maybe we'll just toss it in because
it's like a white peach.
Because it's a holiday. Okay, so anyway, we have Polar, Cloud, Ivory, Pure, Koi, Wisp, Dreamy, Breeze, Aloof, Finesse, and Strobe. So these are all different shades of white. Some of them are cool tone, really cool tone. Some of them are neutral, and some of them lean toward that warm tone like Ivory. It's beautiful. So let's hop right into it. All right, the first one, these colors chosen at random, is Ivory. So Ivory, I am always a bright white kind of girl, but Ivory was made very popular at Polished Pinkies by Rachel, Nails by Rachel S. She loves these not so bright white tones. So she made Ivory very, very popular among all of our clients, and it continues to be a favorite here at Polished Pinkies. It doesn't have a strong yellow undertone. It almost has like a tan undertone. Do we have a black background by any chance? This, okay. I'm hoping that we'll be able to show you the tone just a little bit better, where it doesn't have, it's not like bright white when I hold it up here, but it's definitely like a beautiful ivory skin tone.
It does show it a little bit better.
Gorgeous. All of these polishes can be purchased at polishedpinkiespro.com or on the Polished Pinkies Pro website. One nice thing about Luxio is that, well, there's actually a lot of nice things about Luxio. Number one, it is a self-leveling gel. So if I hold this upside down, it will eventually self-level. It actually does it really fast. And then it's a 30-second cure in an LED lamp. And all of the colors are just beautiful. Luxio offers a lot of classic colors. I just made a boo-boo and wiped that right on the side of the lamp.
Yeah.
You would think this is my first time doing nails. Okay, so Luxio Ivory, gorgeous color. Next up is Luxio Pure. Now, I know I haven't swatched Polar yet, but Pure is just a traditional white. And you can see in the bottle that it looks just a regular white. And until I put Polar next to it, then all of a sudden this is going to appear kind of beige or kind of muted, like a off-white. But it is just a traditional, regular, not bright, not muted, not
just
pale,
white.
Just pure white. Yep. I know that seems strange, but when there's so many different colors of white, it's like going to grab a thing of paint at the hardware store, and they're like, yeah, but what color white?
See, I would say this is like closest to like a white-out white.
Not until you see Polar, and then all of a sudden you're like,
Polar's a bright white.
Okay.
I mean like white-out, like back
like
in school.
traditional white out. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Polar is a bright. bright white.
Yep, Polar's my kind of white. Beautiful. So you can see it's just a traditional white. And I know, I say it in every live, like this just doesn't matter, but I just want the swatch stick to look its best.
Even though you're going to throw them away.
Even though I don't keep them. Beautiful. All right, so that was Pure.
How bad did you get that one?
Just on its corner.
Oh, it's not bad.
Not bad.
Not bad enough to mess up.
All right, next up we have Luxio Finesse. So this one is gonna have a much more ivory tone to it even than ivory. So you can see this leans more toward a tan version. Well, I guess it has a lot of yellow in it. And then ivory, it feels more tan when you put them together. Still a beautiful neutral, and can definitely come in handy during the winter months when people are not wanting those bright, crazy stark white nails. Gorgeous. You can even see against my glove, that feels pretty yellow if I put it against the black, whereas ivory is a little more tan. All right, Luxio Pure. Next up we have Aloof. Now Aloof is a gray based, and it even feels really gray compared to these whites.
Whoa.
But I wanted to pull it because it does fit inside of this neutral, I mean, not totally white, but it has that neutral base to it. And it could, this is a semi-sheer, I should start with that. And it could lean toward being the background color, you know, that people like. So although gray and not white, it is a beautiful, beautiful color. It's like a pale grayish. Maybe we should have done this the other day when we did all of the grayish. It's funny how you forget colors, you know, till you swatch them. Gorgeous. Again, this is called Aloof. On here, see, it just felt like a light tan, like almost like a little shade darker than Finesse. So I guess maybe I shouldn't go by these, which I often tell people. Don't go by those. Next we have Wisp, which Wisp is also gray. However, it is one shade to white, you know? So when I first got Wisp, I remember back when we first got this into the salon, we were like, is it really gray or is it more like a white? Because when you swatch it, it just feels like one of those neutral colors. So definitely a very, very pale gray. Wisp. All right, next up we have Dreamy. Dreamy is gorgeous, and it has a frosted tint running through it. Not tint, just like a bit of a shimmer, a frosted shimmer running through it. This happens to be one of my favorite colors for during the winter. I am 100% through and through, will always be a Luxio Polar girl. But in the winter, with this little bit of shimmer, Dreamy is something special. Gorgeous. And next we have, we'll save that one. Next we have Luxio Cloud. And this one just needs a quick stir. This one does have a tan base. You can see from that right on the edge. Now remember, this is how we stir gels that are 100% gel. So this, you would take a metal spatula. We want to use a metal spatula and not an orange wood stick because the orange wood stick is porous. And so it soaks up all of the gel, leaving behind the pigment, which can cause some issues. Your gels will get thick over time. It will just be unpleasant. So use a metal stir stick. Give it a really vigorous stir. I'm going up and down like this to mix it around. You can also put pressure on the bottom of the bottle and just spin it around, keeping pressure. Just like that. Wipe all of this gel back into the bottle so that you minimize your waste.
Sheridan says, I realized tonight I need a metal spatula for my toolkit.
Definitely add that to your cart. You can shop all of these products at on the current Black Friday sale. Save 20%, which is always nice.
Should have just went and got a screwdriver. Sure
So again, this is Luxio Cloud. It almost feels a little bit like the same coloring as Luxio Finesse. So I'm excited to see the two together. Like it has that yellow base. So this is Finesse. So very, very similar. On camera, they look alike. In person, this is more yellow. The cloud is more yellow. Next up, we have Luxio Koi. This one is basically famous. It is the perfect milky white, absolutely gorgeous. All of these swatches I've been putting on thicker so that I didn't have to do 2 coats and that you could see the true tone of the color. This one I am going to put on in 2 thin coats so that you can see how to manipulate the color. So we would go in with just a thin layer on the swatch stick. And Luxio Koi, I think some people have a hard time because the pigment just needs a moment to settle. So right now you might be able to see that it is a little bit streaky. If you just give it a few seconds, I'm gonna let that pigment settle. And then you'll see on the second coat that everything works itself out.
Sheridan said, Mitch would have my head if I used a screwdriver.
That would not be good. All of the Luxio gel polishes are a 30-second cure, but since we're working on swatch sticks, I don't actually have to go for a full 30 seconds. I'm gonna go for about 15 seconds and call it good. Now we go in with our second thin coat of Luxio Koi.
Sheridan says Koi is a must-have for sure.
Koi
it really
is.
I think that is next to blush. I think the most popular.
Yes, this gorgeous, absolutely stunning milky white. All right, since Jim said we're gonna do it, we're gonna go ahead and swatch Luxio Strobe. Maybe we'll give this one a stir too. So this mini guy, he is a limited edition. This color Strobe is not, but when they come in mini like this is when a new collection is released. That's the only time that you can get minis. And once those minis are gone, they're gone. So if you are somebody who likes to try out colors before you purchase full sizes, then you'll want to grab a mini whenever Luxio has a new release. If you are somebody who says, I'll take my chances and buy a full size, awesome, we love those too. But the minis you can see are definitely mini, and they're so cute actually. This you can get about 10 sets of nails. And this is almost gone actually. Then we're going to have to get a full-size bottle. Beautiful. It does have a shimmer in it, and it does have a yellow undertone. I'm actually going to put just a little bit more gel on there so I don't have to do 2 coats.
Like you said, this is great for if you're trying to decide if you really like the color.
Yeah, the minis are great.
Yeah.
So this is a semi-sheer. You can see from the swatch on the top. It's just a semi-sheer. Does have a yellow undertone, and then it also has that shimmer running through it. And then the last but not least is my utmost famous white. My utmost favorite white. Oh my goodness, my words. My most favorite white. You can automatically see that this is like a bright, bright, bright white. It has blue in it, which gives us that brightening effect. Gorgeous, gorgeous, fantastic, bright white. How many of you that are watching right now do not like to paint white nails? Because I know there are many of you who almost take white off of your swatch sticks. I've heard so many nail techs who do that. I personally don't mind painting white. I just have to be able to take my time.
Sure, it says me.
You hate painting white, huh? All right, I'm going to hold this upside down.
Your nail girl, Aaliyah, me.
You hate painting white too. I love it. I don't know what the problem is. I put like basically I put white on everybody until Nails by Rachel S joined the team. And then all of a sudden people were like, oh, I have a choice. I could choose pure or ivory. I'm like, no. Those are not available. You only get polar if you sit in my chair. And Rachel's like, that's dumb. I hate polar. I love it. I think it is absolutely fantastic. You can see how bright that is. I mean, it is just glorious. I love this white.
Karen Ayers is her. She doesn't like
Oh no, I just ruined the swatch. Oh well. Good thing it's just a swatch. All right, while that is curing, let's just go over our whites one more time. We have the beautiful Luxio Ivory. And then we did you keep them in?
I did. Pure.
You're so nice. This is Luxio Pure, which when I put this next to Polar, you're going to really be able to see that this is just general white on its own. And then all of a sudden it's going to look dull if you put it next to Polar. Then we did, what's next, Jim?
Pure.
Finesse. Nope, we did Finesse. And then the 2 grays that slipped in, we have Aloof and Wisp. And then we did Dreamy. Oh, so pretty. I can tell it's dreamy because it has that almost finesse, we could call it, like a pale finesse. So it has that pale white tone, but then it has this beautiful shimmer running through it. Absolutely beautiful. Next up, we did Cloud. And then we did the infamous Koi. And the last one we've done is Strobe, which also has a shimmer running through it. And then last but not least is my swatch stick that I accidentally turned over in the lamp. So we'll just show you like this. Look how beautiful that white is. Absolutely stunning. But if I hold Pure and Polar together like this, you can see that Polar is a bright white. Let's try and do this. Polar is a bright white and Pure becomes like a not ugly white. It's not ugly. It's just not bright white. And for us bright white lovers.
Next to the Polar, it makes it look like an off-white.
It makes it look like an off-white. But by itself, it is just a traditional white.
And
right?
Unfortunately, on the camera, it's not showing that.
It's not?
So
this, I don't know how to help you see. Will you turn off the light? Let's see if that helps. So this is just your traditional white. And then when we have Polar next to it, then this is a bright white. Hopefully you can see the difference. Together, you're going to notice that this is not white. But if you only had Pure, your clients are going to say that's absolutely white. And if you're a Polar lover like me, where you want super bright white.
Make this go up like this, hopefully. I'm hoping that'll show.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Take my word for it though. This is just traditional white. This is your bright white.
No, unfortunately, it's looking the same.
Gorgeous. So that is all of the whites or off-whites from Luxio. Again, all of these colors can be purchased at polishedpinkiespro.com or on the Polished Pinkies Pro app. If you're watching tonight or tomorrow, it is the end of our Black Friday deals, and you can get these all at 20% off. And then the sale ends tomorrow night at 11:59 Mountain Standard Time. As always, if you ever have any questions about Luxio products, please message us. We are always happy to help in any way. And until next time, which will be on Wednesday, I'll be back on Wednesday with another swatching party. So until then, have a good one. Bye.